Hey, kia ora, Helen from Taking Live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling Magic Monday. Yes, it's that day of the week where we create sparks that light the fires for the week ahead. So, what sparks have you been creating today? I have had a very busy day today. I didn't even get a chance to do a live this morning, so I apologize for that. But we're doing our regular evening live, and those are the ones that count towards our 1,096 days. It's been a crazy day today. Um, a lot of stuff got done today. A very productive day, which is awesome. I love those days. And I'm currently battling a really bad sinus headache right now. And I still have to take Zeffy for a walk. And right now we have a bad air quality warning outside, and we have winds with coming through right now. I don't even know what the lowest miles per hour, and my phone's over there. But they were expecting wind gusts of 30 to 35 miles an hour on a bad air quality day, and I still have to take the dog for a walk. So that's why I sound a little hoarse, because I've been combating allergies all day. But thankfully, sitting next to me, I have my Breathe, and I have my trays. Yes, and then in my water, I've been putting a lemon oil, and I made a shake earlier, a protein shake earlier, and I had some peppermint in there, and some frankincense, and some wild orange. So I'm doping up on and I've been ODing on my vitamins as well. I even did my little, because my whole head got so bad this afternoon. I was like, I got to go lay down, and I'm like, I can't. I'm working. And then I thought, hang on, do your trick. And so went to the bathroom, grabbed my cotton ball, pulled it apart, made a little point on each side, put a drop of melaleuca oil on each point, and just put it just on the inside of the ears. So it helped block the ears off, but the melaleuca was pointed inside the ear canal, and that helped relieve the pressure so much. Oh my gosh. Still got the tension headache, the sinus headache across the front here, but compared to how I was about 3 hours ago, I think it was, I feel so much better than I did 3 hours ago. But still battling the headache, and I still have to go out and take Zeffy for a walk. So I'm going to be doping up with the. I'll have fortunately with Breathe, I have lozenges as well, so I'll be sucking on those lozenges, which will help. And then with this is actually a stick that you can like rub on your chest. It's like it smells similar to Vicks, but it's all essential oils. And oh god, it smells so good. But I just do this with it, just a little bit on the end of the finger, and there, and there. And I'll tell you, when you're flying on a plane, this stuff's brilliant. It helps keep the nasal passages a little moist, and when you breathe in, you've got all of that, whatever's in here. Oh, I don't have my magnifying glass or my phone here to tell you what all that little tiny print stuff says. Let's see if I can do it this way. It's just got lots of really good stuff in here to help clear the nasal passages. That's all I can do. But they made it into the solid gel. So it's like it smells a little like Vicks Vapor Rubs, but because it's got the essential oils in it, it is so much healthier and stuff like that. And if I get really stuffed up, then yeah, this stuff helps. And then when I get back, I'm going to make myself a hot cup of lemon, ginger, and honey tea, and drink that down, because that'll help some as well. But yeah, I'm just battling it with, and I've got my vitamins here, and so yeah, there's all sorts of ways that you can get rid of the seasonal allergies. And but these are my two lifesavers when it's allergy time. Yeah, all natural, no nosebleeds. Number of times I got given nasal sprays by doctors, and I just looked and went, no. And I go, what do you mean? It says they make my nose bleed. I said, I can use it probably maybe twice, and then my nose will start bleeding every other use after that. And they go, oh, this is just a saline solution. I said, I don't care. It does the same thing. So it irritated my nose and would cause it to bleed. So this here, just a little bit. like I said, just a little bit on the end of the finger, just under each nostril there, and take some deep breaths. So magic for today. So yeah, so like I said, it's been a very productive day today. I've been having so much fun. Bit of creativity involved today as well. The help desk was good today. Got issues solved for clients, which is always a good feeling when you can do that for them. And then this morning was doing some work for a client and got made a huge dent in my to-do list for her, which means I get space coming up later on today, later on this week. Yay. But I did have a cancellation. I was meant to have a connection. I belong to the Polka Dot Powerhouse networking group, and meant to have a connection with one of the polka dots tomorrow, and they had to cancel. I was like, oh, bum. So I was really looking forward to talking with this person, because she's a very interesting person, and I was so looking forward to talking with her. And now we're waiting for her to reschedule. So I was like, darn. But that's okay, because now it frees up that time slot for some magic to happen in there. And so I'm thinking, what can I put in there? And I've got, like I said, I've got work for a client to do, so that'll get put into there. That means that I get extended time tomorrow to do that. And tomorrow's Tuesday, right? Yeah. Sorry. Brain's a little fried today. So I'll be able to get some more work done in there, which means that hopefully by the time Friday comes around, I would have done everything that I need to do for this client for the week. So it's a lot of fun when you get some free time. What can you do in there to get it done? I got my meditation still to do from today. I haven't done my meditation today, so I need to do that. So that might be something I do after dinner tonight. But I got some yummy steaks to cook up for dinner tonight. I know. And I'm going to do some quinoa to go with it. And I'm going to do some quinoa. And what else am I going to do with it? Got my micro rainbow nutrient little baby shoot thingies. And I got some spinach. So I'm going to make a salad with my tomatoes. A little bit of cheese on top. It's going to be good. Nice healthy dinner. Oh, I love cooking. I really do. I just don't like cooking for one person. I miss that. And I do miss, there's one thing with the RV is I do miss having a kitchen. As in a full functioning kitchen. Yes, I have an oven here. I have no idea how to turn the thing on. I read the manuals and I was looking for what they said to look for and I couldn't find it. And yes, I know I can use the cooktop, but I totally forgot to organize to get the gas refilled. Okay, let me put on the list here. Gas refill, because I'm down to about a quarter tank of propane. So if I do decide to do any cooking on the cooktop, then I need some gas to do that. But I've got my air fryer, I've got my grill, I've got my Instapot, and between all of but the problem is I can only have one of those going at a time. Well, the grill I can have going with other things like the kettle, but the air fryer I've got to have it going by itself, because they said make sure it's the only thing that's plugged into that outlet. So great, I only have one double outlet in the kitchen. Trying to think, how can I make, because I've got a piece of bench that actually folds up at the end. I'm like, how can I make that work? And then I've got a power outlet behind the seat, but the cord's not long enough, which means I'm going to have to get an extension cord to, and it goes across the stairwell. So it's sort of how am I going to make that work? Because I could put the Instapot on that and do cooking in that while the air fryer is going, or while I've got the grill going. So yeah, I'm looking around and going, what else can I do? And I got some eggs this week too, so I can make some hard-boiled eggs. So trying to get looking at possibly doing a cook-up tonight where I get a lot of stuff prepped for the week. I haven't had a chance to do that for a while. And so I've got eggs that I can turn to hard-boiled eggs. I've got steaks to cook up on the grill. What else do I have in there? Lots of salad stuffs. So, and then I had, because I finished the bag off. I was actually going to show you, but then I realized I'd thrown the box out, so I couldn't show you the box. But I had these cauliflower crackers, which were interesting flavor. I really enjoyed them. and they went well with the Greek cucumber and yogurt dip stuff that I can never remember the name of. This one also had garlic and dill in it. So there's dill, garlic, and the cucumber and the yogurt mix to make up that Greek yogurt sauce stuff. And so I had these cauliflower crackers, and I had some of this stuff. That would be good that'd be a good little snack to have. And then I opened up the box of crackers. This was a couple of days ago, and I keep forgetting to show you guys. And the picture on the box showed the cracker. Put it this way: the picture on the box of the crackers were bigger than what the actual crackers were, and the picture on the box of the crackers was about an inch square. So I had these crackers that were about, I don't know, take me. Let's see. Yeah, it definitely wasn't an inch. They were probably about 3/4 of an inch square. They were, you had enough room that you'd hold the corner and then you'd dip. And you didn't get a lot of dip on these things. I mean, they were not designed for dipping. They're more designed just for snacking. But I made it work. Yeah, I wanted crackers and I wanted to dip them, and so I saw these ones made of clever. I thought that'd be great. Yeah, I didn't realize they were going to be 3/4 of an inch square. Yeah, that was a bit of a shock. So when I got dragon fruit for dessert tonight too. I enjoyed that dragon fruit. I tried. It was about 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think it was. So I tried that on the live. That was so good. So I got me another one, and it's for dessert tonight. So yeah, gonna have fun. And I'm looking at making smoothies, and I have a couple of I have smoothies. I do protein shakes every day, but I'm thinking, we've got spinach in the house, and we've got some those macronutrient things, and that'd be really good in a protein shake. So we're going to make a couple of smoothies this week too. They're on the, like I said, I kind of loosely planned a menu for this week, because if I plan it out and go, this is for breakfast, this is for lunch, this is for dinner, these are for your snacks, it never works with me. But if I do a loose one, say, well, we get this, we could make this, or we could do this, or we could do this. So everything I get, I make sure that I can use it not just for one meal, but if I decide that I don't want that particular meal, what can I use the ingredients for something else? So that's what I play with. And I'm starting to play in my kitchen, but it's a little overrun with things. I only have very little counter space too. It's one thing I do miss now is having a big kitchen with a nice big counter space and the big island. Yes, I still miss my island from Virginia. It was 3 feet wide and 6 feet long, and there was nothing. Actually, no, it was 4 feet wide and 7 feet long, and there was nothing on it. No cooktop, no sink. It was all counter space, and it had an overhang on the far side. It was an awesome island. I loved my island, and I did. I used that island so much. It never had. It very rarely got piled up with stuff. Usually it was always clear. It was probably the cleanest part of the kitchen. My counters in my kitchen are usually the cleanest, tidiest parts of the kitchen, because I don't like having junk on the stuff in the kitchen. And so I had this beautiful big island that I just loved. I could put the mixer in one corner when I was doing baking and things, and we had a bread maker on the other side working away. And I love baking days. I could have a baking day, and I had space. And I could roll out the pastry, roll out the biscuit dough, the cookie dough, and the scone dough, and biscuit dough. I could have plenty of space to do all of that, and I still had my kitchen counters going around two sides. It was a beautiful big kitchen there. So I do miss that, being in an RV. And somebody suggested, why don't you just get one of those rolling butcher block things? I said, do you know how small those things are? Yes, I agree that I could put appliance on and roll it around in that, but I've got nowhere to store it when I'm driving. So what point is it? But I have come to a conclusion on a couple of things in my kitchen that are going to get changed out. Like some of the stuff in the kitchen is going to go into storage, and they're going to get replaced with something smaller. So like my blender. As much as I love my Vitamix, it takes up a lot of space. And even though it's on a square base and tall, I'm always worried about the jug piece on the top falling over and stuff. And it's big. I mean, when I just literally fill that thing up and then let it run, and then I'm standing there with like 3 of those blender shaker bottles and just fill them all up, and they go into the refrigerator. And there's three smoothies made in one go. But it's sort of like, yeah, I could put this and this and that in that space, and so I'm looking for alternative, something that's smaller that's just as powerful, but just makes just the small size. And yes, I've got a Vitamix has got an attachment that you can use to make individual serving sizes. Um, but again, it's finding space for it. So I do have that attachment. I was given it for Christmas one year, and I've broken it out a couple of times, but it lives in its box underneath the table here because I got nowhere else to put it. So I'm like looking around and seeing, well, what appliances do I have? What ones do I actually really need? Or can I switch them out for something smaller um, and utilize the space better? So yeah, we're in that big sorting process. So anyway, I got to go battle the winds. And I'm like looking at the. It's funny. I can look out this window and see through the next door neighbor's garage to the palm trees that are going. So it's going to be a fun walk tonight. But I'm coming back and making a hot lemon, ginger, and honey tea because it helps keep the throat, takes care of the throat and the stomach with all the drainage from the sinuses. So anyway, um, I'm out of here. I just keep talking. Oh my goodness. And I have my little bullet points and I talk through those and keep going. Anyway, but go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling, magical evening. Look at what have you done today to light the spark, to set the sparks going, to light the fires that are going to help you be more productive this week. Um, I've got several going. So we're going to have several fires burning this week. It's going to be awesome. We're going to get a lot of stuff done this week. So go out, have a super fantastic, sparkling rest of your day, and we will catch you guys tomorrow for Tune Up Tuesday. Oh, here comes Zeffie. She knows how I sign off, and every time I sign off, she's here. Let's go. Even if I do 2 a day, she's here. Let's go. Anyway, I'll catch you guys tomorrow. Have a super fantastic, sparkling evening. Heck on out.